Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Milena's Diary. I am your host, your mamacita, Milena Sanchez. And I'm thinking if I've got anything to say in my intro apart from the fact that I'm actually so excited that I'm doing this episode because I've had so many people sending questions about me and my girlfriend. Not even my girlfriend, my fiancé. All the time, right? So I thought, let me beg her to do this episode because she is not somebody that likes to be out there. She's not somebody that likes to put her life out there. But obviously, I'm a big mouth, so yeah, she has to roll with it. But she said that this was the only episode that she was going to do. So I was like, you know what? Let's make it a juicy one. So today, I have my fiance, Milan.
Hello, people.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Why do I sense that you're a little bit nervous?
I am.
Why? It's just
I
basically, forget about the cameras, forget about anybody listening. This is just me and you. We are comfortable. Okay?
Yeah, got you.
I love you, okay?
I love you
And
too.
if there's anything that you don't want to answer, I'll make you answer and I'll keep it in. Right?
I know you will.
Guys, I told you guys, right, that Milan was coming on and I said to you to send me questions. But I use this app, right, where you can ask me a question anonymously because I know you lot. There are some of you that want to ask fuckery questions, but you don't want me to know that it's coming from you. So that way I thought there's a bit of like, you know, suspense there.
Let's go. Let's see what they're saying. I know you got some interesting ones in there.
Yeah, I do, to be fair. But the thing is, I'm not going to go in order like, talking about when we first met straight away. And all that. I'm literally just going to go random.
Just do random, yeah.
Okay, random.
Yeah.
Okay, this is...
You're going to start off with a mad question?
No, not a mad question, but it's an
Okay.
interesting question. And I know that a lot of people want to know this because I actually got this question multiple times.
Okay.
Okay. What is Milan's pussy like? No,
No, you never.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I can't stand
Oh, you know
you.
pineapple? Yeah. I'm joking. Can you talk about how Kata reacted to having two mums and Milan's relationship with Kata?
Oh, okay.
How long do we have?
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. So initially, mine and Kata's relationship, when she thought we were friends, was fantastic. Like, she made me her bestie. That's what it was.
You guys were besties.
Yeah. We was besties when she thought we were friends.
Yeah.
And then when we told her we were together, so we sat down and had a conversation with her, and it wasn't the response we was expecting.
And I think we went into the conversation so excited because of how she viewed you and her relationship with you.
Yeah.
And she had already said that, I wish Milan was my stepmom, but not... I remember that moment because we looked at each other like, shit.
Yeah.
She really wants you to be in her life.
Yeah.
But obviously in her mind, she wanted her dad and you to be together.
Yeah.
And... that's how she was thinking about it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So we went into that conversation with such high expectations.
we was really excited. We was like, all right.
No, as in like
We'll do it
so
now.
excited. Like afterwards, let's go out, let's go do this, let's celebrate.
Yeah.
It turned into me being in the bathroom crying my eyes out. Milan having a face off with a 7-year-old at the time. She was 7.
Oh my God, I didn't know what to do.
It was so awkward. Nobody asked this, how did I tell her? But I do get that question a lot. And I was somebody who always wanted to be open with Catalea about my relationship with Milan because I didn't want to hide it, because with hiding it, it showed her that it was wrong. And me aside, I don't know what my daughter's sexuality is going to be, right? So I don't want her to ever feel like being queer is wrong and she can't come and speak to me about it. Also, the other thing that I was like hell-bent on, regardless of whether I was in a relationship with a woman, it was the fact that I had to show Catalea and explain to Catalea that the world is very diverse. There's a variety of people, right? So you are going to come across people from different walks of life. You
have to be respectful of like whatever it is, whether it's in relationships, whether it's religion, whatever it is, you just have to be respectful of people and how they live their life.
Exactly. She might be in a classroom with kids that have 2 dads. Or 2 mums, or just 1 mum, or just 1 dad. And it's like, I don't ever want my daughter to make them kids feel less than or feel weird or feel like, why don't you have a mum and a dad? And absolutely the fuck not. Like, love whoever it is that you want to love. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do what you're doing. So when we finally told her about it, so I said to her, like, you know how you and Milan love each other so much? Well, me and Milan love each other so much.
Yeah.
And we're girlfriend and girlfriend.
But anyway, all three of us were sitting on the sofa. Then after...
I think she's going to hate me for saying this story.
No.
Okay.
No. We won't go into too much detail. We will just give them the one-liner and that's it. So then she got off the sofa, walked to the other side of the room, looked at us both and said, "So you're gay?"
It was the hand movement.
Yeah. It was the hand. So you're
gay.
gay. And it was the close of the eyes, like, okay.
So you're gay.
So you're
7
gay.
years old.
Yeah, so you're gay. And then you was
darling.
like, and how do you feel about that? Like, what's your thoughts? She said, well, I'm the child, you're the adults, you're going to do what you're going to do.
And from there, it was downhill.
Yeah, we was like, oh, shit.
I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what have I done?
Yeah, it was rough. And it stayed rough for a long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we were ever going to split up, it was going to be because of that.
Yeah.
And how did we overcome it, I hear you ask? Well, I think, as kids get older, like sometimes we treat kids like they're stupid. And now I'm not saying that kids rule your relationship. So if your kid doesn't like your partner, then your partner has to go. There has to be evidence to back things up. If Milan was a horrible person and was treating Catalea awfully, then of course, as a mum, my child's my responsibility always. She's always going to come first. I would be like, yeah, you know what? I'm cutting. This relationship isn't it. But you are so amazing with her. And where I know that I'm going to have to take accountability when, years to come, when we have this conversation, me and her face to face, and she's honest about everything, I'm definitely going to have to apologize for things like going on holiday with her and her dad. In my mind, I thought I was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Clearly, it wasn't the right thing because she's a kid. So she's always going to think mum and dad are going to get back together no matter what.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand that regardless of you, me and her dad was never going to get back together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to having those conversations with her. But no, actually, I am,
No, it'll be interesting to see what she says as
her perspective.
When she gets older, to see like her thoughts and feelings behind it all.
So she was mostly, that's not even a fucking word, more so upset at the fact that she felt like I was being taken away.
Yeah.
And that her dream of her mum and dad being together.
Yeah. Which is
ripped
understandable.
from her heart.
It's understandable, innit? As a kid, you have these ideas in your head of the way you want things to be, but unfortunately as kids you don't make the rules and stuff.
You better sit down, little girl.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm your mama. No, joking. But but no, it'll be good to have the conversations when we're older. Like I'm even excited to have those conversations with her when we're older. Like me and her now, we're in an amazing space.
Oh my God, literally.
That's literally like my
I
mini
think that's
bestie.
because now she's realised that she's not in competition with you. And I
Yeah.
feel like the change of our schedules with her has helped tremendously.
Yeah.
And just me constantly reminding her like, hey, this is not a competition. Like nobody could ever compete with you. You are number one. Like you are my everything. And you saying that to her as well helped her a lot.
I think that helped a lot. And I just literally like said to her, look, I love you.
Hey, little lady.
No, first I had to be a bit firm with her. And then I was like, look, I love you. So when you're acting this way, it's not nice.
Yeah.
Like, what's the reason for it? And ever since that conversation we had.
And giving her the floor as well to be honest about her feelings.
Yeah.
And I feel like I love that about you, that you are able to sit there and say, listen, if you are upset, that's fine, but just talk to me and
just
tell
say
me.
it so we know.
Like,
so if you're acting miserable, I know, okay, you're not in a great mood. We'll come back to this another time.
But one time when Kata, oh my God, if you watch my stories, and you follow me, you'll see how sassy Kata is. Because there was one time that she was just in a terrible mood and Milan had to stick it on her. And then she said to Milan, it's just my hormones.
It's my hormones. I'm going through puberty.
She's so dramatic.
Yeah,
she
really is.
But I love the fact that you were able to have that exchange with her, because I feel like from that day, things completely changed.
Yeah. So to sum it up, it was super rough. It was difficult. That could have been our breaking point.
No, guys, like in bed crying, like we would be crying because we didn't know what else to do.
But now, amazing relationship.
Yeah.
Everything's super stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't answer anything
And
better.
do you know what? I just want to take this time to say that you're amazing, because you obviously came into this relationship with me because I'm a buff ting, first of all. And then obviously you knew that I had a child.
Yeah.
So from the get-go, you had to think about like, okay, am I really going to do this? Because she is a package.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is very admirable of you, and how you've impacted Catalea's life has just been so amazing. And I can't wait to have kids with you. And I just want to shout out step parents, because being a step parent is not easy. To come into a situation and to have this love for this person and to be in love with this person, and then have that bonus thing that you now have to love like it's your own. Like, that is very, very difficult, and it's not easy, especially if the kids are fucking pricks.
Yeah.
Like, kids can be mad.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to shout out step parents. And
Shout out. Thank you, babe. Appreciate it.
how did you know each other was the one?
I
I kind of feel like our story is a little bit cliche, though. Do you think?
It is a little bit.
Like, we met and then we laid eyes on each other, and it was like, wow.
No, but when I first saw you on Instagram, that was when I was like, whoa. Yeah, you know this.
No, but like, how though? Tell me more. Tell me the story. Go on. Do you remember the first time that you saw my Instagram?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right, tell them the story, like how you even came across me.
Okay, so we have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
They gave me your book,
Yeah.
and I was reading the book. I wasn't aware of who you was. I
Yeah.
was just reading the book, whatever. And then I was like, let me search up this girl. And then I went on your Instagram.
But you wanted to search me specifically because
you had an
personality
interesting personality. I was like, okay,
shone through.
She's interesting. But let me see what she looks like. Went on your Instagram. I was like, whoa. I sent the Instagram to my friend, and at the time, I had just got out of a relationship with a man, and I was like briefly talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then I messaged my friend, and I was like, Z, this girl, if I ever get in a relationship with a woman, it's gonna be this girl. I'm telling you that now.
And then her friend sent her a picture of me where I was holding the book, and she took Milan's face and put it on the book.
And it was just a bit of banter. Like, I didn't follow you or anything. I was just like, oh, she's beautiful, but I was never gonna do anything with that. It was just like, I don't know. I even thought you was like way out of my league. I was just like, oh, she's beautiful. If I ever bump into her, wow. And then what happened after that? Then you saw me on someone's Instagram. Oof. That same mutual friend, you saw me. And then you let them know that,
I thought she was an 18-year-old rapper. I said, who's this 18-year-old rapper? And she messaged me back and she was like, she's definitely not 18. She's old enough and she actually works for us. She's not an artist.
Yeah.
I was
and
like,
then where obviously they mentioned that to me and I was like, swear, there's no way she said that. And then you followed me and you started liking loads of my pictures. I screenshot it and I sent it to the friend that I initially sent the message to about if I ever have a girlfriend, it'll be you. And we was like, what the hell? You've just manifested her.
You did manifest me though.
Yeah, I did. And then we actually met up. Well, we didn't meet up. There was a concert with our mutual friend.
So we knew we was going to see each other. And then I walked in and I said hello to everyone apart from you.
Yeah.
And then I left you last. And then
my heart was beating. You hugged me and he's like, I've been waiting to see you. And then I remember I stuck my tongue out to one of our mutual friends. I was like, yeah, your sister saw me. And then we got on. No, wait. Can we talk about how we were the day we first ever met each other?
And that's why I'm saying that's when I knew this was something that I have never experienced in my life.
We met, and that first day we was obviously in a concert and we was vibing with each other like we had known each other. Yeah. Like, you was my best friend.
No. As in, we've got a video of singing, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Shout out to DB,
that pussy's so good, made me stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Bro.
Crazy. And then...
No, after the concert, we were like, we do not want the night to end.
We didn't want the night to end.
How can I spend longer with you? So then we went out after and we had the best night of our lives. But my sister was with me and she also didn't know that I was into girls. Yeah. So it was a bit like, I mean, even Stevie Wonder could have fucking seen the chemistry between us. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it was not because of her that night, it would have been a mad thing.
It's funny because somebody else that was at that concert, actually I saw them like a few months ago, and they was like, I can't believe it. She's like, I remember I was there the day you guys met.
Yeah.
And I can't believe you're here now. But she was like, it was so obvious. She was like,
Yeah, so I
obvious.
think we knew that we were the ones for one another because it wasn't only that chemistry and that physical thing. Like, okay, this is going to sound so cheesy, but I do feel like my soul felt safe with you. Aww. Like there was this familiarity that I couldn't explain. You felt like home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is something so deep. This is like some soul tie connection past.
Yeah, I was very confused about the emotions. Like,
because I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I was like, there's no ways I'm about to get into some nonsense.
Bang. What? A low bun.
It was long. Oh.
A t-shirt. I was like,
anyways,
was dying.
Move on.
How peng.
Don't want to stay on a question for too long. But yeah, it was mad.
Painting.
Love at first sight.
Honestly.
Crazy.
How old are you?
31.
That was a question.
Oh.
You're 31 and I'm 33.
Yeah.
So I'm a cougar.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, what advice do you have for anyone struggling to come out? I'm a closeted bisexual woman in a relationship with another bisexual woman, and we're both afraid to tell our families. So this is a question, not particularly about us, but what would you say? I feel like don't be forced into saying something if you are really, really not comfortable with it, first of all.
Yeah.
Because you do have to be careful with your safety.
Yeah, no, of course. If it's like a safety thing you're worried about, then yeah, like I think some things you just have to
just keep quiet forever, unfortunately.
Or you know what? The sad thing is you can lose family members, innit? Like it's a thing that happens in like gay relationships and stuff. You lose family members. It's unfortunate. If you really like, it's difficult because it's like I want to say, do you just move away from that family if it's like for safety reasons? Because at the end of the day, it's about your happiness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you can't be happy and with your family,
you're going to have to choose.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you pick? Do you pick your happiness or you pick your family?
And also understand that
Family's
that's not an ultimatum that you've decided on. This is a position that you've been placed in, unfortunately. And sometimes, as hard as it is, you do have to just choose yourself. Yeah. But if you're worried about it just being a very awkward conversation or you don't know what to say, then I do think go for it.
Yeah,
if it's not face to face, then a text message.
Yeah. You just gotta get out. And the thing is, once it's out, it's never as bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the thought of the thought of hyping yourself up to have the conversation always feels a bit worse.
Oh my God.
There is going to be difficult conversations, but unfortunately, it's just something that you have to do and get through it. And then after a while, it just becomes the norm. Like I forget.
Yeah.
Now I forget.
Yeah. The first few times was a bit awkward though.
Yeah. But now I forget that this isn't like, quote unquote, the norm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, like even when we first started dating and stuff, like going out and you'd want me to hold your hand, I was a bit like, oh.
No, and I felt that. And I would always say that to you. I was like.
But in my defense also, I'm not a PDA person. So yeah, I might hold your hand, but I'm not going to be outside kissing and stuff. That's not in me.
That's so sad. I hate that about you.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of the time you thought that I was just like that because we're two women, and I was like, I never used to do that with my ex. Like,
I'm not your ex.
You know, I'm giving you an example. Silly.
No, I'm joking. No, like, he's really sweet.
Stop. It's not something that I would do with anybody else either, like man or woman. But
I don't want to be doing that with you anyways now because it brings too much attention. I can't bother with it.
Yeah.
It's too long.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question for you. How did you feel the first time that you met Milena?
Well, we briefly spoke on that, innit?
Yeah, I want to hear it again. Okay, this is a good question. How do you normally resolve arguments? This is how we resolve arguments, yeah?
I'm a little bit stubborn.
Milan will go all hackney. Then I have to turn into a therapist. And then I have to sit down and figure it out and apologise.
Because it's normally you that's in the wrong.
Sure.
It is. I'm very cool, calm, and collected.
Until you're not.
Until you've pushed some buttons.
But
which means you've done something wrong.
You're in control of your own reaction.
No, but I'm still cool though.
Yeah, like
no,
you're
that's
not-
my problem. I'm too cool. I'm so cool to the point that if we have an issue, I just go quiet and leave you to do whatever if you're crying upstairs, and I'll sit down and watch TV.
No, I don't want you to leave me when I'm crying upstairs.
No, because
you come
it's you.
upstairs
No,
and you
no,
give
no.
me tissue.
No.
And you hug me and you say you're sorry, okay? And you love
I'm
me.
not sorry if you've done something wrong. You're sorry.
To be fair, there's only been a handful of arguments where it ends up in tears.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally, how we resolve an argument is by laughing.
Yeah.
That is how
we don't really have
resolve
serious
everything.
arguments.
And it's bad because, like, sometimes we'll have a discussion about something because it's not ever an argument.
Yeah.
Like, I can count on my hands how many times, like, we've had
big arguments.
a big argument.
Yeah.
But I find it easier to have arguments and discussions with you via text rather than looking
Otherwise
at
you're gonna
you.
laugh. Yeah.
Because, bro, there's been so many times that we've sat there and we're saying something and one of us is heated and whatever, and then we just start busting up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I love you, man.
Yeah.
And we just kiss
Or
and
yeah, sometimes it depends. It also depends on our cycles. If our cycles are at like a cool point, then I'll just be like, oh, this isn't worth it, and I'll just go over and I'll do something silly to you.
Yeah.
Or like I'll hug you even though you're angry. But then there's the times where it's not that.
But then
Yeah.
I think after we laugh and whatever and we've calmed down, we do discuss what had happened. And it's like,
Yeah,
you shouldn't have done
yeah.
that though. And it's like, okay, cool, fine.
Yeah, then we'll
now-
apologise after.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
we'll have a
yeah.
conversation about it after. But we are very, very good at moving on.
Yeah.
I think we're very good at moving on. Like, there isn't a time that we are not speaking for days. Like, we don't ever not speak.
Oh no.
Like, God forbid, could you imagine?
No.
Like, we get over things very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And if you say, oh, do you want to go out to eat? Like, absolutely, let's go out to eat.
Yeah.
That's the way to make me happy. Or like, do you want to have sex? Absolutely. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think it's just communication. We are good at communicating. I know you say I'm stubborn sometimes, but we are good at communicating.
No, you are stubborn, but in the end, you will
Yeah.
do what you need to do.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really good at communicating. Do you not think that I'd be such a great therapist?
I do think you'd be a good therapist.
Don't you think like how I communicate and how I try to resolve things is really healthy? Sometimes if I'm not being like completely emotional.
Yeah. If you're not really emotional, then you are really good at it. And then sometimes when I'm in my stubborn phase and you're saying all these good things, I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's saying some good things, but I'm just not ready yet. I'm not ready.
Like, how do we move forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but communicating. That's how.
Have you ever split up?
No.
We have never, ever
What
split
the
up.
hell?
Never.
No, if I'm not one of those people that goes on like breaks and stuff. If it's a break, then let's just call it quits.
Honestly.
I'm not doing, oh, let's have a break, let's split up.
No.
And then it just brings all these other issues.
And I feel like ultimately we are both on the same page where no matter what argument, we know that if we have that love for one another and we want to be with each other ultimately, then we have to work through whatever it is.
Yeah. No matter what argument we have, I always know we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like
There's not
just
ever
needs
been a
like
time
an
that
hour.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is not it. Let me split
Yeah,
up
no,
and move on. Because
No.
I'm sorry, I don't think there's anyone else
Yeah.
than me but you.
Yeah, me too.
I think you're fucking amazing.
Oh, stop.
Like-
You're going to make me shy.
No, you are.
Thank you, babe.
You're one of them people, yeah, that you only come by like once in a lifetime. Like, you're that amazing.
Okay, stop. Stop for real. Stop.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
my
love you
baby.
and you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Have you experienced bed death? God forbid!
Nah.
But to people who don't know what bed death is, it's this terminology that a lot of people use to describe lesbian sex lives. Normally, after 2 years, they say that a lot of lesbian couples just end up being best friends and they don't have sex.
You're my best friend though.
No, yeah, you are my best friend,
Yeah.
but we are having sex.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
We've not experienced that. We've been together 3 years now.
Yeah.
And I think, do you know what's crazy? Obviously, we experience weeks we experience weeks that we don't have sex because of like cycles and stuff, but not because we don't want to have sex or
No.
that desire isn't there.
Yeah.
Do
No.
you know what I mean?
That's an answer.
So the answer is no.
Not for
No
us.
bed death. Not a bit of me, hun. I
Yeah.
would be out. Could you imagine? Would you say you're each other's types?
Yeah, you're my type.
Is it? Yeah, you're my type.
What the hell? What kind of question
And
is that?
I love the fact, that you can switch it up.
Yeah.
I love that about you. Like, one day you can give me mandem. The other days you can do up dress and heels and be sexy. Like, you are, this is what I'm saying. Maybe this is why I'm so happy with you, because I feel like I'm like always cheating. Maybe I've got like 3 different bitches in one. I'm having like multiple relationships with you.
Stupid.
No, but yeah, 100%. Like, when I first saw you, that kind of like mask energy that you had, I was like, oh, choke me. Choke me right now. And I promise you I won't say anything. Just choke me.
Yeah, you're definitely my type.
Who is your celebrity pass? If you fucking say it. If you talk.
My celebrity who pass.
We've discussed it.
Yeah, we have discussed it. The thing is,
the reason why this is so funny is because she's not out of reach. She's very much so in circles that we've...
Yeah.
Say it then with your chest.
I'm not
Say
saying
it with your chest.
I'm not
Guys,
saying
my girl wants to fuck Kalani. Okay? My girl wants to fuck Kalani. I also want to fuck Kalani. So Kalani, if you're watching, you are both of our celebrity hall passes.
Kalani.
Why are you looking into space like you're
I'm
already
looking into the
imagining
camera.
what you do to her? That's what I'm saying, man. You're such a whore. But anyways, Kalani, she's...
Yeah, who else? There's not really anybody else, is there?
Do you know who I would love to sleep with?
Who?
Tiana Taylor.
Ooh.
She is so sexy.
Yeah.
And I know she can be on top for bare long.
Yeah, I hear you. My other one, it's not a hall pass though. I wouldn't even just want to...
Who?
You know who. The love of my life.
Who?
The love of my life.
The love of your life?
Who's the one person that I said I'll drop you out?
Oh, yeah, but babe, that's a bit mad.
Why?
Oh, Lauren London.
Yeah.
Lauren London.
Why?
I don't think she's all that, seriously. I don't think Lauren London is all that.
She's beautiful.
And Nipsey. You said Nipsey as well.
Yeah, both of them.
You just have a threesome with
Well.
them. Well,
Can't anymore.
yeah, it's a bit awkward. Who else? Who's a guy that I would... No,
It's hard, yeah. I find it quite hard to think of just anyone else, really. I don't know.
Do you know who I'm starting to like
Who?
feel a bit thingy about?
Who?
Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel something for him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but there's something about him that I'm like,
No, he's beautiful.
eat my bum.
Oh. Shit.
Like, do you not think he's so gorgeous?
Yeah, no, he's gorgeous, 100%.
Yeah, he gives me, I don't know, he just gives me vibes.
It's because the nastiness he says in his music. That's why you're saying eat my bum. That's why.
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche. Okay, where did you guys go on your first date? The funny thing is, when first date, we didn't even know it was like a first date kind of thing.
What, because you had a man?
Sorry, can we cut the mic? Rewind the tapes. Let's start again. Not because I had a man.
So why? Why wasn't it a first date?
It was because... I just went out shopping and I invited you with. And we ended up going for dinner.
Okay.
No, it was because I had a man.
Yeah.
But we knew from the get-go, like when I first met you, what it was. We just never really spoke about it. So we thought, let's just spend time together. It was very complicated for other reasons as well, not just because I had a man. Like, you didn't know whether you was going to come out to your family. I hadn't been out to my family. We had friends that were mutual where you worked, and it was very sticky. It was a sticky situation. Like, there was a lot of people that we had to consider. Do you know what I mean? So our first date was basically, where did we go to eat?
We just went Westfields and then we went, don't even like it.
It's like Oaxaca.
Was it Oaxaca or Las Vegas?
dead.
I don't know, one of them.
But it was so casual because it wasn't meant to be a thing like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was a nice time.
Yeah. You picked
My
him
man
up.
called me whilst... No, that's so bad.
No, don't.
No, I'm not going to do that. No. Because I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. And
No,
actually, from before you, I should have left that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and act. No, because it's bad. Do you guys want children? If so, how do you plan to do it? What are the
Hell
options?
yeah.
Hell fucking yes, we want babies.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have
I
our little kids
know.
running around.
I know.
And also, I'm so excited to have like Kata be a big sister because I have 10 years difference with my
and
daughter.
she's dying for it.
Oh my god,
In the last like
every
month,
day.
she's asked us, when can I have a sister? When can I have a sister? Little does she know it might not be a sister.
Yeah.
It might be a brother, but
Where are we gonna get the fishes from?
yeah. How we'll do it. I think we'll speak on that maybe later down the line.
Like on this episode or another
Nah, maybe at a later date.
at a later date.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to go into too much detail now. But yeah, it's on the cards.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, cool. And also you'd be carrying.
I'd be carrying.
I'm not carrying. Fuck that.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Oh, and you're going to be such an amazing mom. And that's what I'm actually really looking forward to. Like, just taking care of you and being there for you and just giving you that support and that attention and that care. Because, yeah, like...
Yeah, I'm excited.
I just want to give you the
can't
world.
wait. Yeah, and I can't wait to see you with a baby. Obviously, I've seen you with a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9, but I want to see you with a baby.
Oh, I'm so great. I'm really good.
No, I can imagine so.
But I feel like you are going to come with some regimented structure and routine. And there's so much that I've learned from being a mum. Now I know there are certain things that I'm just like going to completely not do. And also I was 22 when I had her, innit?
Yeah.
22, 23.
Yeah,
So now I'm a completely different person. So
Yeah.
how I parent now, I'm excited to implement those changes.
Yeah, I think it'll be a beautiful balance of like me and you.
100%.
Yeah.
That ties nicely into the next question. What makes you two work so well?
It's the balance.
Yeah.
Like
I'm nuts.
Yeah, you're nuts. I'm super chilled.
You're my anchor.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a helium balloon and you're the person that walks around holding
Holding
it
it down.
Yeah. I swear to God, that's how I
Yeah.
feel like.
But even in like other aspects, like I feel like away from you, I'm not really like a sociable person. But I feel like you make me sociable, and I do like that because I do like being sociable, but I just feel like I'm very to myself.
No, you're very like, if the plans come, the plans come. Like you don't initiate plans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You make me sociable.
And I think also personality-wise, you're super fun, but also you're very logical. You're very rational. You're somebody that's very observant.
And you're very like free, go with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think it's nice.
And emotional and sometimes a little bit away with the fairies. And I have such a creative mind.
Basically, you make me loosen up and I make you tighten up. Tighten up.
You make me
tighten. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And I think that is the perfect combo.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a relationship that is like, could you imagine two of me?
Oh. No.
That would be insane. Like, no. Or two of you. That would be boring as fuck.
Yeah, it'd be boring.
What? Oh my days. No.
Be.
As individuals, what do you feel is your life's purpose?
Ooh, I'm trying to get deep.
I'm trying to get deep. What's your purpose in this life?
I think just like, I know this sounds bad. I've said it to you before. I feel like I'm a bit of like a helper and a guider and a supporter. I feel like, I don't know what it is. Like even like people are often like attracted, not attracted as in like sexually attracted, like, but attracted to me and my energy. And like, I don't know, just the way I live life, just to help and support. And then obviously I definitely feel like I was put here to have kids.
Yeah, I feel like that is your goal in life. That's all you've ever
Yeah, I want to have like
be a mum.
Yeah, be a mum, have a beautiful family, like a beautiful family set up. I don't mean physically beautifully, like beautiful family set up. And I probably wear... Oh, I don't want to get too deep actually. No, yeah, I'll leave it there.
What are you going to say?
No.
Okay.
But yeah.
My life's purpose is to help people. I love helping people. I always say, like on the podcast that I was on before and where we would answer dilemmas, it felt a little bit more than just answering people's dilemmas for entertainment. Like I genuinely want to help people, more so women, more so mums, more so young girls that have self-esteem issues, that have been abused, the ones that suffer with anxiety. Like that's all I want to do. Like I want to help women realize their power, realize who they are, realize that they can live life for themselves, realize that they deserve to be happy, realize that just because they've had a baby with a person, it doesn't mean that they need to stay with them. Like I really want to help.
I think you appeal to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Whether it's mums, you know.
Gay mum.
Yeah, queer. Again, I don't want to get too deep, but like, you know, your past, like things you've been through.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I feel like
it's not going to trigger me.
No, I don't. But just like you can target a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of people like you, because you're so down to earth and you are very real with your life and your experiences and your past. You're very honest. I don't think you shy away from saying anything. And I think that's beautiful.
Oh, thanks, babe. I feel like the reason why I am like that is because I know there's people out there that can relate, and you know, sometimes they don't want to be the person to say anything publicly or out loud. So if I am that person to say something that resonates with them and they can feel less alone, then I'm like, then my job on this earth is, you know, I'm doing what I want to do, you know? And I feel like, for me, I just want to help everyone. What is something that you feel the other person doesn't fully understand about you yet? I don't think there's anything that you don't understand about me.
Yeah, nothing's come to mind when you've just asked me that. Like, is there anything that you don't understand about me? No. I think we understand each other really well.
I know that you're stubborn because you're somebody that likes being in control of things. No, don't do that. No, not because of that, but like, I feel like even though you had a really, really good childhood and like you don't have any like massive traumas or anything like that, fucking lucky bitch. Obviously your upbringing has made you into who you are. So I understand why you are stubborn and why you like to take control, why you have like OCD and why you get anxiety if things don't go according to the plan that you've set, and why you're so like, you have this internal challenger. Like if you've set something, even if it's like, oh, I need to make sure that I get to that door before it closes. Like you have something innate in you that's like, I have to win. And I love that sometimes.
I think it's probably because I played a lot of sports. I think it's just competitive.
I think you're just like a Hackney babe.
I do, yeah.
Like you Hackney girls are just different. East London babes, stand up, honey.
Honestly.
Wow, you lot were built for the world. Like I feel like North girls can't go to South. East girls can go to South. You know what I mean? West girls need to stay in the West. West girls can't even go North, okay? West girls need to stay in the West. But East girls, you can go North, East, South, West, everywhere. Anywhere in the world, and you lot will thrive.
Yeah.
You lot will stand on your own.
I thought, I won't go into like too much detail, but I definitely feel like people from Hackney, or maybe more so even just like where I'm from in like Stokey.
Yeah.
I feel like we like Stokey raises great people. Like whether it's creatives, like personalities, I think Stokey
is the place to be from.
Stokey has amazing people.
You're a cinnamon roll, but you'll fuck someone up. Do you know what I mean? Like you look so sweet, but if anyone tries you, like there's been a couple of times that I'm like, fuck. Like Say that again, daddy. I'm joking. Don't say daddy because that's problematic. Okay, next question. Milena has previously stated on the podcast that you were her first girlfriend, which I think makes the relationship so special. Did you ever have feelings towards women before that, or was it just men? You just gave me butterflies.
Why?
I don't know. You're just staring at me a little bit too tough.
There was one situation, but not a relationship. Little situationship.
But before that, it was always men. Yeah, and you was with somebody for a very long time.
Yeah, yeah. I was with someone for 7.5 years. I was with a guy for 7.5 years. Then there was a little situation.
But didn't you ever feel like, oh my days, oh look at this girl, she's paying? Or now looking back in hindsight, were there moments that were so loud? Because when you came out to everyone's reaction was like, finally.
Yeah.
No one was shocked by you.
Yeah. No, when I was in that relationship, there wasn't like...
Let's have a threesome because you want to fuck a bitch.
No, never. Never that. I've always looked at people and just thought, like, I'm like women and thought, oh, wow, she's beautiful, whatever. But I just thought that was like a normal thing. I thought, like, girls will just rate girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've seen a buff girl, you're like, oh my God, they're buff. Like, I got straight friends that will say...
But you never thought like, oh, I wonder what it's like to lips her.
No, I never... Obviously, looking back now, I'll, like, even being... When I was younger, there was probably certain times where, like, in a movie, you see someone... And you get that kind of obsession feeling over them. Now looking back, I'm like, oh, I probably fancied them when I was younger, but I just didn't realise that's what it was. But it wasn't until, like later on in life that, you know, certain situations happen and then you experience things and you're like, oh. And then I met you and I was like, okay, is this for real now? Yeah. Like, is this what it is? And it was like, yeah.
And also when we first met, it wasn't like we had like full-blown sex straight away. It was something that was very gradual, built, and, you know, we took it a step further each time. Yeah. So, because you didn't know whether... No, actually not that you didn't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't I didn't know whether. It was just...
You just wanted to take time.
I'm somebody that does take time. And it's so funny because then you're not that. Yeah. You're not a take timer.
I'm not a take timer.
You're not a take timer.
I'm not a take timer.
So it was just like, and because I knew you wasn't a take timer,
you slowed down even more.
I was like, slow your roll. Yeah. Let's take time.
Yeah. Because even the first time I went to your house, I just got naked.
You did. You did. I was like,
God, I'm such a whore.
Honestly.
Such a whore.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. In the beginning, was communication an issue? I think it was, you know.
Communication issue?
I think it was. Like, how you met me to where I am now, I feel like I'm completely different.
But it depends what type of communication. Communication in what, though?
I guess with, like, feelings and, like, arguments and stuff like that.
Arguments, yes. I think other stuff... Yeah, arguments was bad. But not in general, because there's things that we sat down and spoke about very early. Like, we was very open with each other.
You peeled back the layers very early.
Yeah, we communicated a lot at the start.
It got very deep.
Yeah.
And vulnerable.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say in things away from arguments, but in terms of arguments, communication was difficult. And because we're two women, it's hard to navigate. And where I'd always been with guys, I never had that issue. Yeah. Because they don't have the women's emotions and all of that. So when me and you then had those arguments, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I did really feel sorry for men. Ew, I can't believe I said that.
No, I feel sorry for them because they don't understand it and they have to deal with it.
And if they don't take the time to understand it, then they just think we're nuts. They don't understand
I thought you was nuts.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, she's nuts. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
And then we slowed down a little bit, took time, spoke more, and then I understood what it was.
Yeah, I think we done a very good job of understanding one another's cycles and realising that hormones and PMS and PMD is a real fucking thing.
Yeah, real thing.
What are the 3 most important qualities in our relationship?
Loyalty.
Respect. And I would say communication. Yeah. Like before love, respect is there. And if we ever disrespect one another intentionally, that for me is like, we can't do this no more. Like I used to think and believe that love is, you know, the only thing that can hold us together, and it's like no.
Sometimes you can have love and all of that stuff, but all the other stuff don't count, and it's just, it doesn't work.
I've never respected a person in a relationship like I have with you. Like I hold you so high, like even down to if I'm not with you, and like I wouldn't even be able to send a text message that was a bit because I'm like, no, I respect this girl too much to act mad. Like I am afraid of losing you. You know, I wouldn't ever want to put our relationship in jeopardy. Obviously, if we break up, we break up. You know, what can I do? Just move on, dust myself off, try again. No, I'm joking. But I would be obviously upset. But I know that, respect is the number one thing at the forefront of everything. Like respecting one another. And even like down to Catalea, respecting Catalea and how she feels about certain things, and just having that, that respect all round.
It's important.
Because if not, the fuck are we doing here? The moment you start calling me a fucking and you're like, you're a fucking whore, and like you use my past against me, and why did you laugh?
Sorry.
Why did you laugh?
Sorry.
Okay? You can't turn you fucking whore into a sexual thing.
Sorry.
Okay? Stop. The moment all of that starts happening and like disrespectful arguments occur, I don't care if you're angry. Like, and I always say this to you, innit? I'm like, be very mindful about what you're saying when you're upset. Because your words are very sharp and it's very difficult to take things back. Okay? So, and I always say it to you, and in that voice as well. Be careful. Think about what it is that you're saying.
You do.
Because it's not okay, and like words fucking hurt. And I don't care if you're upset. Be mindful, you know? Anyways, no questions, but I just wanted to say that I've been listening to you for years, and it helped me so much. You inspired me to come out with my girlfriend of 1.5 years now. Love watching your cute relationship. Thank you so much.
Proud of you for coming out.
Yeah, honestly. How do you guys feel about each other in 10 words? 10 words is a lot of words.
That's a lot.
I don't
love
know
this motherfucking bitch ass motherfucker.
Ditto.
That's how I feel about you.
That's how I feel about you too.
Yeah. Just love. Next question.
Just love you, man. Okay. How is Milan, I know we touched on this in the beginning, but how is Milan finding the stepmom role? Does she feel like a parent too, or do they have a different type of relationship?
I think, no, I definitely feel like a parent.
You are a disciplinarian.
Yeah. I definitely feel like a parent.
She's more scared of you than me.
Yeah. But not just that, just in other things as well. Like I feel like it's been like that since we've been real good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like she'll come and ask me to do things for her, and like do things that she would have in the past just asked you. And even if you was busy, she probably would have waited for you.
Yeah.
But now she'll come and ask me to do things for her. Like, or even just like showing me things. Like I've noticed sometimes, like when she's finished at school, she'll be with you and I'm at work. And then when I'm there, she'll say all these things that she never mentioned to you.
Yeah.
So it's like she's been waiting for me to get home.
Yeah.
To like talk about certain things.
She gets very excited to tell you things. Like even if we get to the car, she's like, Mummy, can you call Milan? Can you FaceTime her? I want to show her. And I'm like, no, she's at work. Like she does have you in mind with everything. Yeah. And like every time she calls, she'll be like, where's Milan?
Yeah. And I also think with where like the schedules have changed as well now, and where I've had to like take on like some nights when you've got stuff to do and it's just me and her. Whereas in the past, it was like you would kind of block those days out. If you knew you was working,
right,
you'd say, oh, Kyle, can you have her this day, and I'll have her this day. Whereas now, it's like, no, we've got her those days.
Yeah.
And when I get home from work now, I need to then take on that parent responsibility so you can go and do your work. So I even feel like that has meant, I've taken on more of the parent role. And we've just got like such a good relationship now that, I do feel like
she's becoming a little woman as well.
Yeah. I think she does look to me for a lot of like advice. And I feel like she trusts me. Do you know what I mean? She trusts me with things.
Like, she'll tell you secrets she doesn't tell me.
Yeah. She trusts me with things, and I think she takes on a lot of my advice and things that I say.
She low-key wants to be you. Like, she tries to be you. Like, she wants to wear what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Or she wants to, like, for instance, she's obsessed with her bonnet. For a reason I do not know. But whatever.
Yeah, sometimes I see her see me and then try and mimic things that I've done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that is cute.
Yeah.
Are your menstrual cycles in sync?
No.
As it's known for women to synchronize? No.
But it has been in the past, but because my cycle length's longer than yours.
Yeah.
So then there'll be a time it catches up and then it goes again.
Basically, it's hell for 2 weeks in my household. Then let Catalea start her period, and then it's going to be a shit show.
Oh gosh, when she starts.
Oh my gosh. But the good thing is that we took the time to understand that.
Yeah.
So we know now, like, there'll be certain times where I act up and you're like, when's your period coming? And I'm like, don't fucking ask me tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, let me calm down.
Yeah.
Or you'll be like, you're ovulating.
Yeah,
like,
you're getting really emotional, and I'm like, you're ovulating.
I literally said the same thing to you last week and you didn't get this upset, so what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, how do you know my cycle so well? Whereas
do you know why? It's kind of like your personality switches up a little bit. So I'm able to gauge like what we're doing that week. Like, what's the vibe? I
think my PMS is very more fucking hell. It's more extreme than yours. You're actually quite cool. Yeah. Like, you'll get stressed, you'll get emotional as well, or you want to eat the house.
Everything.
You want to eat everything apart from me. Honestly, it's that though, innit? Because you don't even want me to touch you. Like, you want to eat everything going.
Yeah.
That's more so how your cycles go, rather than like being having out
switching up my personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking all right. Does Milan have an accepting family, and what was it like for you coming out? You don't have to go into detail about this.
So yeah, some of my family are very religious. So there's difficulties with some of them. Yeah. But yeah, I've just learned to kind of get on with it, and then like some of my family is absolutely great.
Amazing.
Yeah, and
it just is what it is. I feel like you're the type of person where it's just like, guys, this is what I'm doing. This is my life.
You're with me or you're not.
You're either with me or you're not.
And honestly, I know it sounds really bad, but I don't care if you're not.
Whereas I feel like I care more.
Yeah, you care more than me about.
But then
the
that's
family
my
members.
own projection of my triggers.
Yeah.
Of not feeling accepted and not feeling enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
I'm just like, say no more.
Yeah, you're so cool. You're like, no problem.
Yeah.
Like, no, go fucking call them and tell them. All right?
Yeah. So it's been interesting though. And like I said at the start, sometimes you lose family members. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
What's the biggest thing that you both have learned in this relationship together? I feel like I have learned
patience.
Much. Yeah.
I've learned patience.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's what I've learned.
You've learned patience for sure.
But anyways, go on. What was you going to say? Sorry.
Yeah, you've learned patience. I feel like from the beginning of this relationship to where I am now, like, I've changed tremendously. And before, I kind of feel like in every single relationship, I always felt like I was too much. And not only you, but with the help of myself as well, I feel enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm very secure in who I am, and I don't take things as personally.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a sensitive person. That's just me.
No, but I've noticed that as well. Like, over the years.
Yeah.
From when me and you first met to now, I definitely feel like you're more confident in yourself and who you are in loads of different aspects. Yeah.
As we enter into the next level of our commitment, did any triggers resurface for us?
No.
Do you know what though? I did say to you a couple of times, you did get a bit sad.
What?
Because I was like, I never thought I'd be engaged because I didn't know if anybody would want to spend the rest of their life with me.
Oh yeah, you did say that to me. That was sad.
Because I never thought that anyone would want that. Do you know what I mean?
No.
But yeah, I feel like I've worked through so
But you do understand now, right? Like why someone would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck? I'm a fucking great time.
Yeah, honestly. No, you're amazing.
Love it.
You're amazing. And I think, no, I've got so much to say about you, but you're amazing. I don't want to go too deep and start saying all these things, but
just give me my fucking flowers.
no, you are really amazing. And like, obviously you're not my wife yet, but you're making a great fiance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turn a hoe into a housewife.
I did. I turned a hoe to a housewife.
No, but that sounds so bad because it sounds like I was just out here fucking loads of people. No, I wasn't. What are you talking about? No. What you're not going to do, is make me sound like an absolute whore. How was I?
No, you weren't. No, you
I
weren't
wasn't
a
out
whore.
here like fucking different man every single night. Do not do that.
I'm joking.
Do not do that because it's the shade borough.
I'm joking.
No, I wasn't.
I'm joking.
I lived my life and I was happy in whatever decision I made because women also deserve to have pleasure.
No, of course.
And they also deserve to do what they want to do. Like the same way men do whatever they want to do. So why am I now labelled as a whore?
You're the one that said I turned a hoe to a housewife. I just doubled up on it.
Just stress me the fuck out. Seriously. Does any part of you think that Milena will go back to wanting men because she's bisexual? I have had this issue with my partner.
Nah.
If anything, I have more issue with you going back with men than me.
I think you do actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. I don't. I
God forbid if we ever broke up.
Yeah, God forbid, touch wood.
Touch wood. But
touch wood, you know.
It's been a minute. Fucking hell. When was the last time you touched wood? That's great.
Yeah, years. Anyways, off topic. Well, it's kind of on topic. But nah, I'm not worried. Like
you see how I feel about men and how
I see how you feel about men. I know what you like, and it's like
I do you know what? Yeah, no, I just realized now I've never liked men. I just like women who have that masculine energy.
Yeah. And I just feel like you know what you want now.
Yeah.
I think over the last 3 years you've realized what you like and what you don't like, and you've come to terms with the fact that what you like is not men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think though, like there's this sense of power that I did like when I was with men.
Yeah.
But then that was just my past that was like triggering me.
Yeah.
And it was a control thing of like, I choose to have sex with you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this because I want to.
Yeah.
Nobody's making me do this. And I kind of feel like that was, the kind of way I was like processing things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I ain't worried.
How did you like Colombia?
I don't even want to speak about Colombia because it's going to make me so sad.
What did Cat Burn say? Pack up your shit and go, go, go.
No. Like when the day before we flew back, I swear I cried.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not ready to go home.
Yeah. And we thought that we was going to cry being out there because it was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long time. We was out there for like 18 days or something.
18 days.
18 days. And I thought, we looked at each other before we went and we was like, but we were this for a long time. But fuck it. We're going to have to do it. And honestly, the day before we flew back, we sat in the room and I cried and I was like, I don't want to go home. Like, normally I get homesick and all these things. But even though I'm not Colombian, Colombia felt like home.
Yeah. Especially Medellin. Medellin is just another place, man.
It's so beautiful. The food's so good.
The people
are amazing. We're getting bumped in this London. Like, there's so many things.
And also, I want you to talk about, because before we went to Colombia,
I know what you're going to say. I was worried about
being the only black person.
Yeah, people looking at me and being like, oh, she's not Colombian. No. And that's the other thing that I felt so comfortable with. Like, and even like the different parts of Colombia, like the coasts.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the Caribbean coast.
Yeah.
There's more black people there than anything.
Literally. But like, you feel, I don't even know how to explain it. But it feels like that's where I felt like I felt more at home in Colombia than I did in this UK.
Yeah. No,
that's how comfortable I felt there.
Yeah.
Like, and people looking at me and just speaking Spanish to me, and I'm like, bitch, I don't know what you're saying.
No intento.
Yeah.
No intentiendo.
I don't know.
I don't know, bitch.
No, obviously I understand parts of it, but
I'm so happy that you got to experience it. Like, watching you in my country, like, it made my heart so happy. And to know that you have the love for my culture, the way that you do is so beautiful.
Yeah, your culture is amazing.
You're so like open-minded with it all. Like, you're so accepting, even like crazy things like eating 12 grapes at 12 o'clock on New Year's Eve. Like, you're just very, like, you want to know so much about my culture. And I feel like there was a part of me that was a little bit sad that you felt like you wasn't going to fit in, but then I understood where you was coming from. But then also it made me realize how it's not often, there's no representation there.
Yeah, I think the way Colombia is perceived to people here, it's not what it is.
It's just the Shakiras, the Sofia Vergara's, do you know what I mean? Latinas are one way.
Yeah.
They don't know there's a variation of Latinos.
Yeah, and the variation is mad. The variation is mad.
Like, we had people walking past and we're like, they look Asian. They look like, what? And they're proper like with the Paisa accent, and I'm like, oh my god! Even me, I was like, wow,
yeah. But it's so beautiful, such a beautiful country.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Yesterday, I was looking at flights to go back. I didn't tell you, but I was looking at flights.
Yeah, it's gonna become a thing.
I was looking at flights for next Christmas.
Are there any challenges dating somebody who's very visible in the public eye? How do you get past them? Does it bother you that I'm a little bit of a chatty patty?
It doesn't bother me. At the start, probably I was a bit like, fucking hell, she is a chatty patty. But, like, I know what you do.
Yeah.
And I understand your personality now. And I actually love that about you, that you're a chatty patty. Not because I want my business out there.
Chat people's business.
Yeah, it's not the business. It's like...
I just love talking.
You love talking. You're so confident in yourself. Like, you're so you.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about you. Do you know what I mean? Some people will go certain places and they kind of dim their shine a little bit to be around certain people, act a certain way to fit in certain groups, to social climb, to do all these things. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You are just yourself.
Just trying to be me, do you know what I mean?
You're just yourself.
No one dim your light, babe.
No, and you don't care. You don't care, like, whether someone's going to hate you or love you for it. You're like, fuck it, I'm going to be me.
Now.
Yeah, and you're like, just take me for who I am.
Yeah, now I'm like that.
Sometimes we're out and you say certain things and I'm like, oh, fucking hell. Here she goes.
Or when somebody says something, you're like, oh, I know she's going to fucking start.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's when I'm like, oh, here we go. But no, I think it's beautiful. Your personality is amazing. That's what I love about you.
Thank you, baby. How do you now see your sexuality?
Me or you?
Both of us. I don't really label it, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm just
now I'm with you. You're my fiancé. And that's all I know right now. So right now I'm gay.
Yeah. Right now
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian. Yeah. I'm a lesbian. I like women.
Yeah. Like I can look at men and say they're attractive or whatever, but
then I start thinking about their balls. I'm like, allow it, fam. What? I can't believe I got teabagged. Not joking. Not joking. No. Oh,
but yeah, no, I can look at people and say they're attractive, but right now, that's my woman. So
would you ever move abroad?
Absolutely.
Do you poo while being in the same room?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, we fucking do. How do you work things out financially? Milan pays for every single thing. She is my sugar mama.
No, I don't.
No, we just split everything.
Yeah, we balance it out.
Yeah. And those are all of the... Hold on. Okay, I'm going to end with this one.
Oh, okay.
What was your reaction when I decided to leave the podcast?
I'm going to support you, whatever you want to do. Do you know what I mean? If something's not for someone no more, how am I supposed to... The best thing I could do was just support you through what you was going through and say to you, look, babe, whatever is going to make you happy, whatever's going to make you feel good about yourself, whatever's going to put your mental in a better space, you do it for you and I'll support you. Do you know what I mean? It's not down to me. Like, whether it's that podcast, another podcast, whatever you do, it's completely down to you. Obviously, me and you will always have conversations about things.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if something's not making somebody happy, I'm going to support them in however they want to deal with it.
Yeah, you were amazing.
So, yeah, the answer to that question is I supported you and I'll always support you in whatever decisions you make now, in the future. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anything mad, I will always support everything that you do. And you know that.
No, 100%. I was very, very grateful for the support that I had from you during that time because it was definitely needed.
Yeah.
Thanks, baby.
I love you.
Love you too. Guys, we have come to the end of this episode and I'm actually really sad. Can you just come every week? Please. Don't you love it?
Yeah.
Don't you love it? Like, it just feels like we're having a conversation.
Yeah, it's just a conversation with you, so I don't mind it. But I don't know.
Why don't you just be a permanent person here?
No.
Why?
That's not for me.
Oh my God, get it to fucking...
I might come again.
Really? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Maybe I'll come again when something else big happens.
Okay.
And we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
When we reach the next step in our lives.
We didn't even talk about our fucking engagement.
We didn't. How can we not?
Didn't even talk about our engagement. You're going to have to come back now.
You didn't talk about the engagement.
Oh, single ladies. I'm joking. I got a whole fiancé.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, my fiance, because I'm just so used to just saying girlfriend, but
same.
I literally look at my ring every 10 minutes, but we'll go into detail about that next week when she comes back. If you want Milan to come back, please comment Milan. If you are listening to this podcast on Spotify or Apple, please can you rate the podcast? It does big things for us, please. For us, for me.
For you.
for the podcast. And what else? Please make sure you subscribe so you are alerted every week when I drop an episode. Thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I've had so much fun talking to my beautiful fiance. Absolutely love it here. If you have anything that you want to talk to me about, any situationship, dilemma, whatever it is that you want to say, email me on milenasdiarypod@gmail.com. Use the hashtag milenasdiary on X. And what else? That is all I have to say. I will be back next week. Also, guys, if you have any ideas of any other guests that you want to see on the podcast, please let me know and I will try my ultimate best to make that happen. As you guys know, I am a one-man band and I'm just trying, okay? So, yeah, I have been your host, your mamacita, Milena Sanchez, and this has been my beautiful fiancé, Milan.
Thank you.
See you next week, guys.